What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so Lizzo is being sued by ex-dancers who claim that working for her was a complete and total nightmare. According to 3 of her former backup dancers, Lizzo is a nightmare to work for behind the scenes. At least that's what they claim. And they are suing her for what they claim were awful conditions on the job. I'll put a link to this article from TMZ in the pinned comment in the comment section below. Please leave your comments about this situation, your opinions, what you think after you finish listening to the video. So Lizzo is named as a defendant in a new lawsuit that was filed by 3 women who say they danced for Lizzo and her touring company between 2021 and the spring of this year, when they claimed they were either unjustly fired or forced to resign due to unbearable circumstances. In the docs obtained by TMZ, Ariana Davis, Crystal Williams, and Noel Rodriguez say they made it into Lizzo's orbit through her Amazon reality show, Watch Out for the Big Girls. And after making the cut, they alleged they were subjected to a number of, I guess that's California workplace violations, several of which amounted to sexual harassment, false imprisonment, and interference with prospective economic advantage, among other claims. The accusations are being hurled in a few different directions, including some aimed at members of Lizzo's management team, but as it pertains to her specifically, she's being accused by these women of basically holding them hostage in a number of situations. Specifically, the women cite 2 different instances while on the road with her in Europe earlier this year. They claim she subjected them to attend nude shows in Amsterdam and Paris to the clear discomfort of her employees. During the Amsterdam outing, they claim Lizzo goaded her dancers to touch the nude performers on stage and interact with them in very vulgar and explicit ways. The dancers claim they felt they had to do this in order to maintain their jobs. Another claim against Lizzo, her alleged badgering of these women over alleged poor performance and accusations of drinking on the job, which they said led her to her constantly threatening them in their positions on her squad. The dancers even claim Lizzo made them re-audition for their spots in a multi-hour rehearsal that sounds brutal. One dancer claims she was forced to pee her pants right there on stage out of fear of taking a bathroom break. One dancer also claims Lizzo was privy to an eating disorder she had and exploited that when she felt this dancer wasn't up to snuff, allegedly forcing her to talk about it. On top of that, these dancers claim they were constantly being stiffed on the money front, as well as having to constantly turn down other dancing gigs during pauses on tour. They're suing for major damages. Now I'm going to say this. I have no idea whether any of this stuff is true. None. It doesn't sound like the Lizzo that is portrayed in the media. It doesn't sound like the image, the personality that we see on television, right? It doesn't sound like her. And I know her army of fans are going to, you know what I'm saying, are going to goddamn blow to smithereens anybody that even questions Lizzo's character. You know what I'm saying? However, having observed Hollywood personalities over my, well, I can't say over my entire life, and I was a little baby at one point, but I'd say the last 30 years, when I really started observing these people, I'll say this. I noticed that the ones who seem just too good to be true usually are. The ones who seem very interested in cultivating this nice personality, always smiling and all of that, carefully controlled environments where they appear to be the nicest people. And oftentimes they are the nastiest behind the scenes. I'm talking about, your people like Ellen DeGeneres. I'm talking about, your Jennifer Lopez, your Kevin James. Oh yeah, everybody that I've done what's those videos I was doing, the celebrities who treat their fans like crap. Yeah, all those people. So I wouldn't be surprised. Michael Jordan, another one. I've heard nightmares about LeBron. I've heard some stuff about LeBron, how, he would tell little kids, he'll tell his security, get these little niggas away from me. It's a YouTuber right now that has a video out there talking about how LeBron, just crushed him back in his Cleveland days as a little kid. So, look, these guys, they're also human. Just because they're having a bad day doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad people. But it's a pattern. You have to see these patterns. I get the impression, for instance, that even though Madonna might be a little bit eccentric, I get the impression that she's basically a nice person. I think she has some ego, but I think she's generally a nice person. There's other people I think that are nice. Look, at the end of the day, the evidence will come out as to whether any of this stuff is true. So I can't make a judgment on it. I don't know Lizzo. I know a lot of people don't like her. So I don't know. It would be very hypocritical for her to fat shame anybody. I know that. If she's fat shaming people, then she's very delusional. Because she shouldn't be fat shaming anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'll say this, look. If she is doing any of these things, you don't treat people like crap, even if they're working for you. That's one of the problems that I've had in my life working some jobs, working for some people, is that I understand, you know what I'm saying, you're not supposed to be buddy-buddy with your employees. They work for you. But at the same time, you don't treat people like scum. You know what I mean? Like, talk to them like they're trash, and, you know what I'm saying, play favorites, and, stiff people in money, and you work them to death, and act like people don't have lives, and yeah, everybody's supposed to cater around you to feed your thinking ass ego. I can't stand people like that. So I'm just going to say this. If there's any truth to this, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all there's any truth to this. But I'm not going to jump. I'm not going to jump to conclusions like some people who don't like Lizzo and just assume all this shit is true either. So I'm going to do what people don't do anymore. I'm going to wait until the evidence comes out and then make a judgment on this situation. So that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.